Hello there.
Hey,
Here we are for day 19. Can you believe that we've been doing this for 19 days
and we were in lockdown
before
quite a
this?
bit before that.
At least a
Yeah,
week.
yeah. I have, as we've talked about before, I have no concept of time. Like it's about to be May 1st.
Yeah,
Yeah,
April was crawled by and flew by.
yeah.
So if you are here live with us, please say hello. And if you are on the recording, say hello as well. We like to see comments come in. Um, we're a little bit early as we do. And you may notice that the lighting looks a little different today,
We feel like we're looking into the sun because of the way we have the lighting set up.
but I think it maybe looks better.
So
We'll
we'll,
see.
we'll evaluate.
It's all a big experiment.
We appreciate you guys letting us have this little kind of safe haven to do things that I feel very comfortable being here now, and like everybody's nice, and it was, I appreciate that.
Well, I don't think we have a huge audience.
Well, still, everybody's nice.
The audience we have is very supportive, yes.
Yes.
Uh, okay, let's see. So, well, it's almost one, and I don't feel like making small talk, so let's get started.
Okay.
You start.
Well, I am Anne, aka Mom of Travel That Matters, and my beautiful daughter Angela. And as you know, our pillow is our reminder of the fact that we really believe that travel matters, and we love to work with people to have them experience connection while they travel. That's why we wanted to do this challenge in the first place, because we can't travel right now. We still want to stay connected, and we are looking forward to being out in the world again. But for now, this works.
Yes. And that actually leads us perfectly into the challenge of today, which is showing appreciation in some way. Well, I guess verbally, but if you're not a verbal person, then another way, showing appreciation for the people that you are sharing your lockdown space with. And if you are living alone, then sharing appreciation with the support system that you have outside of your home. Just say one thing nice,
Yes.
or do one thing nice. One of my friends from high school, she did. She's amazing. She's a very thoughtful person, and she created an entire she made little gifts for her family, and I think it was like a I'm forgetting the details, but it was really sweet. And it was very Pinterest worthy, but it's all just very authentic and genuine to who she is. And that is not really how I would do my expression of appreciation.
Yeah.
But it's awesome that people who are like that, I think it's amazing. So I'm going to share appreciation for you, Mom.
Okay. Well, you didn't tell me you were supposed to bring tissues.
It's what I don't think you might.
Well, I could, because I am prone to tissue needing in the current situation.
Well, actually, so this kind of requires a rewind a little bit and a little bit of a travel advisor 101. So as travel advisors, people often ask us, how do you make money? And we charge a planning fee, so we have some compensation at the beginning of the planning phase to just get started, and then once the trip completes, depending on how it was booked, there's different commissions that may or may not come in from the suppliers that we use. And we had a group that was supposed to be traveling earlier this month, and it was a really, really nice commission that we were counting on. And the trip got canceled because of coronavirus, and the bulk of the people, it was best for them to request refunds. So we, of course, did that for them. And so most of that commission is gone. And there's all this other work that has to go into canceling and requesting refunds and following up on refunds and being on hold with airlines and being on hold with suppliers and finding, like, just wondering what the rules are at what given time with the airlines, like when should you cancel or should you wait for the airline to cancel? And there's just a lot that we have been working on to cancel a trip that we're not getting paid for. In addition to all the work that we did to get the trip going. And I was hesitant to even bring this up because I didn't want to sound like I was complaining, or I didn't want to like have a negative point
Like,
about it.
this terrible stuff that's happening to us. Because that's not what you're saying.
No, it's just, I'm just trying to like kind of give a backstory reality of kind of like what our life has been like at home. And so my appreciation for you is like just how much she's been doing so much work. She's been just following up, just on top of everything, like just really, really doing so much to take care of our clients, and it's pretty thankless. I mean, our clients are great, and I'm not saying that about them. I'm just saying that like nobody really knows what she's been dealing with on a daily basis, and she has taken the bulk of it. And I've been kind of focusing more on the what to do next and kind of like this kind of more creative stuff. And so it's maybe a little bit more fun for me. And she's been in the trenches more. So
okay.
Sorry.
Well, like I said, I'm prone to tears.
Okay, deep breath. Okay,
keep talking. Keep talking, and then I can say my segue.
What was I? There was something else I was going to say about appreciation for everybody else. I don't remember what it was now. Can you talk yet? Do you need tissue? I don't have any tissue nearby. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm kind of like people on TV, when they're like, we watch The Voice and they tear up and they try to do this so their makeup doesn't get ruined. Anyway, what I appreciate about you in this process is you have taken the lead on the positive side, because the bandwidth that is used in just the day-to-day, it helps for you to be there to give me the hope that, yeah, we have to get through the reality because that's what's best for our clients. And then there's what's happening in the future. And I so appreciate your creativity and your ability to, like, this challenge was your entire baby. And like we teased about it, if you watch the show, where I'm the Ed McMahon of the duo. They're looking, of course. But anyway, that's what is so wonderful about our partnership. Is maybe it's my background or just my age. I don't know what it is. I'm more the in trenches kind of person.
Well, she also, I mean, her background was she negotiated contracts for the government, so the like all the specifics and all the, like, I mean, we're both very detail oriented, but in different ways. Mm-hmm. And hers is much more in the contract realm, which a lot of what's been going on now is sort of like it's terms and conditions,
all about and policies.
Yeah, so that's why she's so good at it. But it also puts her in not the best mood.
Yeah, because it's
and hi, Kate. Thank you. I know it's like this is for real mother daughter. Like as real as it can get. We might be deleting this video and replacing it with something else.
No, this is real.
Yeah.
So again, this community connection challenge is so helpful, because I can be in a headspace where it's like, if I have to talk to one more person about something that's not very much fun, I'm going to go crazy. And then it's like, okay, we're going to talk to our community, and it really helps shift the, as we've said in a past challenge, perspective. Mm-hmm. And having that balance. And I'm not very good at stepping away when I realize I'm getting bogged down, and I want to get better at that. I'm not following my own advice, because it doesn't do me any good to just keep hammering, because I think I'm doing the best thing, when really probably what I need is that time to just back off and do something creative or just relax.
Yeah, go look outside.
Yeah, and now we have almost, 90 something degrees today.
Yeah, we're on a heat wave now.
It's like Mother Nature's just being really testy.
And so today, actually, talking about going outside, I watched or listened to a podcast that was really interesting talking about the masks and if you can go outside and all of that stuff. And because I've sort of been, you hear mixed messages from people and people getting mad at people going outside. And I think there's a responsible way and a smart way to get out in the world, and not get out in the world is the wrong word or phrase, to take care of yourself. And going outside is one of the ways to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because maybe right now, whoever you're sheltering in place with, you've just had enough of them and you just can't even think of anything to appreciate about them. Go let yourself walk outside for 5 minutes, put on a mask, keep 6 feet away from other people, and clear your head and really think how grateful you are for whatever the situation is revealing to you about the people that you're with.
Yeah, I think
and the relationships in your life.
You're seeing now with Angela and me, I'm not sure it's quite the same because we still are in a work at home environment. So I don't think we're experiencing the same thing as both couples, like a husband-wife situation. They may both work, but probably not ever at home at the same time, especially for this long-term.
Well, and having kids at home all the time.
Yeah, there's no diversion. So it's probably, I would imagine, more challenging to find the appreciation because you're probably
or maybe less. Maybe it's
I don't
easier.
know. Maybe it's easier.
Maybe you're like, oh my gosh.
I'd actually like to know that because we have our environment, which is somewhat unique.
Yeah.
And
well, and we spend a lot of time together, so it's not like it's new, but we also, and because we spend so much time together, we also are really in our living environment very independent, and we don't even eat meals together, which probably is sort of sad, but it's just it just allows me to feel like I'm an independent person that has more of a roommate who happens to be my mother, rather than feeling like I'm still a child.
Well, I also think I have seen a lot and heard from friends that it's great because right now, because there are no distractions, the family that wouldn't be able to spend time over a meal, and that's foreign to me too, because when you and Scott were little, we always
had dinner
together. So my generation doesn't necessarily identify with that, but I think this has been a really good time because the kids don't have any place else to go. So,
but it's the whole screen time thing that parents, I think, are having the hardest time with
sucking
right now.
The soul out of their children. Just oh God.
So if you have any tips or tricks that you do to remind yourself that you love the people that you are with,
or not with,
or just, but this is something that's so personal, and we got super personal here, but it is something that we encourage you to do, to feel, to just be in that place of acknowledging somebody else for what you appreciate about them.
Yes.
And there's more I appreciate about her, but we really don't want to start that. Crying fest.
No one is that attractive on video while they're crying. So.
I'm sorry I made you cry.
It doesn't take much these days. So. I'd say I was hormonal, but that's impossible.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. If you want to private message us anything more personal, we'd love to hear it. Those, that's sort of how it's been happening, and we really appreciate those messages. So, otherwise, we appreciate you and everything that you bring to this world, and just, big virtual hugs to everybody. And we will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, although it doesn't mean anything.
I was going to say.
Well, for some people it does. Okay.
Yeah, there are people who do still work Monday through Friday.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.